Okay, so welcome to my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. And today in this video, as you can see, I have a leopard gecko in my hand. This is a tangerine morph. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to care for leopard geckos. So, the first thing that you're going to be needing to know. So, the first thing I'm going to be going over is tank size. So, tank size. These guys, I would recommend a 20-gallon long. Or you can go bigger. He sees himself in the camera. Thank you for the kiss. So, yeah, I would recommend a 20-gallon long. Of course, you can go bigger if you would like. If you go bigger, they get more space. They like it more. And oh my gosh, your nail is so sharp. I'm so sorry. And next, we're going to be needing to know, and the second thing I'm going to be going over is tank equipment, like what you should put inside your tank. So you should be putting 2 hides, at the most 2, one on the warm end and one on the cool end, and you're gonna need a water dish. And that's mostly that's the stuff that you need to have in your tank for these guys. And now the third thing I'm going to be going over is diet, temperature, and handling. That's the next 3 things I'm going to be going over. So now diet. These guys eat a variety of things. They don't like vegetables. They like insects. They're insectivores. So mostly what I feed her, is crickets, mealworms, mealworm beetles, pupa. But you can feed them giant mealworms, hornworms, about anything that moves that is good enough for them. So now we're going to go over temperature. Oh wait, no. Before I go into temperature, I did not say this in my last video, but you need to do this. Dust their food with reptile calcium. Oh my gosh, you're moving. And every time you feed them, you need to dust it with reptile calcium. And you don't have to use this one from ZoomEd, but I do. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Or else, if you don't do it, they can get a disease called metabolic bone disease. And it just looks terrible, and they're just really skinny, unhealthy, and stuff like that. Go back on my shoulder? No? Okay. And now we're going over temperature. So these guys are not tropical. They live in deserts like Africa and stuff like that. Yep, they live in deserts, so you don't need for it to be so humid in there, because they don't need it. They love the hotness. And you're going to need a heat lamp, and you need that around 90 degrees, 90 to 100 degrees, more like 80 to 100, and on the cool side, 80 and below. Please don't poop on me, and stuff like that. Now, after temperature, make sure you have a warm side. It can either be a heat bulb or a heat mat underneath the tank. I have both, just so it keeps them nice and toasty. And we have a cool side. Do you see yourself in the camera? Yes, you do. Come on, go in there. Now we're going to go over handling. Now, handling for these guys, they're very docile. And very, very docile. Yes. Yes, you are. Yeah. So, what I would recommend, so then they don't get hurt or scared or frightened or any of that stuff. So, you need to pick them up like this, like a scoop. Like that. Okay? Just like that. If you go down like this, they think it's an eagle, and then they're going to not want to be held, and then they're just going to try to escape. And another thing, so you guys know, you see every line on his tail. Her tail. Why do I keep calling him? On her tail, there's lines. At any one of those lines, she can lose her tail, but she can regrow them. It just never ever will look the same. And make sure to wash your hands before and after you hold them. And yeah, these guys are really, really cool animals. Again, very, very docile. Make sure you handle them about 30 minutes a day at the most. If not, you can do more if they're very, very handleable. Now, I think the last thing I'm going to go over is cost. These guys could be not very expensive, but more on the expensive side than the anoles. So the anoles are cheap lizards. I actually did a care video on them. Now this is a leopard gecko care, and these guys could range $50 to $120 at pet stores or even from local breeders. Yeah. We didn't pay for her. We got her from our friend. He couldn't take care of her. He's moving, and then we got her. Yeah, isn't that right? And yeah. Yeah, aren't you a good girl? And last thing I'm going to go over is kind of like fun facts and costs at the same time. So these guys, again, 50 to 120, I think, is the most. Yeah, 120. And yeah. Now that's for their cost of themselves. Now their tank is also very expensive. You can get tanks size would probably be $60 to $500 tank. Depends on what size. And that's a $500 tank, 100-gallon tank. And these guys, you don't want to keep them in groups, but you can keep them in groups, like breeder groups or even like male and female. But sometimes male and female and female, they might fight. Probably not female and female, but so far we just have the one. I might get another one soon, maybe. And yeah. So far we're at like $1 million for these guys. And for the tank decor and decoration, could also be another $50. So these guys could really be expensive. Now this is a fun fact, make sure to clean out the cage once a week, unless you're doing bioactive. If you don't know what bioactive means, check out my Care for an Old video, and I explain it in that video. And yeah, so again, this is a tangerine morph. They can lose their tails. They can lose fingernails. Make sure to check. They do shed, and make sure that they're nice and healthy. And how to do that? You see their tail, nice and fat. You want it about the same size as their head. So she's a little on the skinny side, but she's like normal weight for a leopard gecko. And yeah. And, yeah. Come here. So now we're going to determine how to sex. Oh my gosh. So, oh my gosh. Why are you doing this? Okay, come on. Okay, here. You gonna do it now? Thank you for letting me now. Oh, no, you're still not going to. Why? Oh my gosh. So, oh my gosh, oh my word. Oh my gosh. I guess we're not doing that today. I'll do in another video on how to sex leopard geckos. Pretty sure this is a girl, but I might be wrong. I'm not that best at it, but yeah. And I think that's all for today's video. And bring it down. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. And oh yeah, one more fact, the nails are very sharp. And bye, thank you guys so much for watching.